Pandemanium Shadow Poo!
Hello, welcome to the Bronze Age Monsters Shadow Show. This is a show we do every other week for our loyal patrons. We've talked about a lot of things this season on the Shadow Show. We've talked about comics that we haven't got around to covering that we've always wanted to, that kind of fit in with our Bronze Age theme. I've talked about library stuff. Matt's talked about life stuff. We've talked about all sorts of things. And Matt, you have scheduled in these little breaks like we're talking tonight that you have called Free Jazz.
Free Jazz.
And that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So Matt's going to be talking about a comic, and I am going to be opening 2 packs of Mike Ploog trading cards that one of my best friends, Caleb, sent to me 10 months ago. And like the really good friend I am, I found them like 5 days ago and went, oh my God. So, yeah, I'm going to try.
I think you've moved and you still found them just now.
Yep, I moved them. Yeah. So I know. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, so we're going to be chatting about that this week. So, yeah, what you got, Matt?
Well, I just want to go full transparency here. We started to record this after the episode of Frights featuring the son of Dracula, and my Firefox crashed, so we had to reschedule. And then we just started recording, and I realized I didn't hit record in StreamYard. So this is the third time that we've done this, started this show. So if it's seems a little streamlined or brief, that's because I've done it several times, and I might just be kind of flying over some of the stuff.
That's a peek behind the curtain, man. We should have kept that mystique.
Let's see. Pause.
Yeah.
So my beverage is a blood orange pomegranate imperial cider, which I'm about halfway through because we've already started this. And Jacob,
I got the Jubilee Deschutes seasonal Oregon staple.
Yes. So that's a staple here in this area, and every year they change the recipe up and have different people brew a batch. So it's always slightly changing, but it always has the same kind of vibe. And so Jacob was saying before, because we're doing a recap show, that it has some notes of cinnamon in it this year.
It does. I have drank the seasonal Jubilee since before I was legally able to drink. So, I'm going on, I don't know, 30 years or so. So, I love it every year, but this one is particularly good. So
I never drank good beer until I was a grown up. I always drank shitty beer. I think like when I was like 19, 20, college age, playing music and stuff like that, unfortunately I went through a big period where I drank Milwaukee's Best Ice, their malt liquor, their hobo beer.
Wow, which, I didn't know that about
it's like
you,
formaldehyde. It tastes like formaldehyde.
Yeah.
And some of the lasting after effects that I do occasionally grab a 22 or 20 ounce can of Hurricane or Camo or any other type of beer you'd find hobos drinking under a bridge, because I just kind of like to remember what it's like having that high gravity, super gross malt liquor stuff that's just aimed at homeless people.
Yeah, malt liquor is difficult for me.
Oh, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's chemically. I mean, like I said, you could pickle a frog in it.
Yeah.
It's like 10%. And it's nasty business.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Steel Reserve.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Steel Reserve is, that's rough. No, I was insufferable. Of course I drank craft beer. I was an asshole and insufferable at, 18-year-old Jacob. Wow. Not proud of the thoughts and feelings of that guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, we would drink good beer like Red Nectar and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But that was only because we worked at a health food store. And so we'd occasionally pull a heist where we would take the cardboard out and there'd be a case of something real in there. And then we'd swing by and pick it up after our shift.
Whoa.
I didn't do that well. I'm not much of a thief, but I did do that a couple times.
That's an actual heist. That's like, that's awesome. Wow.
Yep. So Jacob noticed on the first take that I'm wearing a Scars of Dracula shirt from the, I think it's the final Hammer Dracula film. These should all be hints. The blood orange pomegranate, the Dracula, that I'm talking about The Dracula Files. And this is from the pages of Scream magazine. It wasn't a magazine. Scream Comics in the UK. This comic was published for 1 year in 1984. It was printed on newsprint, and it was available at newsagents, as they say. And it was like mostly an anthology, but it'd have some recurring serialized stories. And the Dracula File is one of them. And I picked this up. This was published in 2020, I believe, this collection. And it's £10.99, so probably about $16 is the cover price. And again, this is only 5 years old, so you can find this on Amazon, you can find this on whatever, pretty cheaply, if not just straight up cover price. And I really recommend it. So it was written by, it was created by, he didn't write the entire run, but Jerry Finley-Day, who is kind of an esteemed British comics writer, wrote the first 5 installments of it, set up the story and the characters. And he wrote some stuff for 2000 AD. He wrote some Judge Dredd, but he's known mostly for a comic. He wrote some Dan Dare. He wrote a comic called The VCs that was very popular, and I think his most famous or most beloved story is called Rogue Trooper, which I haven't read. There's a lot of British comics that I don't know. I'm sure some of our listeners who are from the UK could tell us all about those. But and the art is absolutely gorgeous. So this whole thing, it's all done primarily by Eric Bradbury. And I'm showing some of the art in here right now, but just gorgeous stuff.
Nice.
Really moody, all black and white gorgeousness. When I first stumbled on this back in the early days of us doing this podcast, I downloaded all of the Scream issues, and I made kind of a digital omnibus. If you look in the show notes, there's a link to that on Google Drive. So if you want to download all of Scream, all 14 issues, I think they're 40 pages each, go ahead and grab that. That's for you. Enjoy it. Thank you for supporting the show. So the premise of the Dracula Files is really charming to me. They're 5-page installments, and it's about Dracula reviving in 1984 on the east side of Berlin, or Germany, and he wants to get across. He wants to get to Western Europe, Northern Europe, to England, whatever. And so he kills a soldier, puts on his uniform, and dashes across the lines, and he gets all shot up and damaged and blown up. And they recover him thinking he's a defector, the Allies. And so they convalesce, and they take him to the UK to heal, and that's what they did with political dissidents and defectors. Bring them there and see if they can get any information out of them that would be helpful in the Cold War. So while he is convalescing in this safe house in the country in England, he somehow figured out that this was a place he would probably most likely go, and he had coffins there from when he was alive in the Bram Stoker Dracula days. So he rises there, turns his nurse into a Renfield, turns a military guy from MI5 into a Renfield, and has them be his agents and protect him. He gets into all these scrapes. It's absolutely bonkers. As the people are trying to figure it out, there's a guy that defects himself from Russia and wants to come and help kill Dracula because he can't rest with knowing that Dracula's on the loose and spreading his mayhem and evil across the West. His bosses don't care, but he does. So he defects himself to come hunt Dracula down. So you got a guy stalking him. There's bike gangs. He goes into movie theaters. It's just mayhem and Dracula on the loose in 1984 England. It is super fun, super charming, and I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I remember when you made that Scream omnibus. That was a while. Was that our first season you made that?
First or second, yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and I remember reading some of it when you made it, and I thought it was great. So yeah, I'm gonna revisit that.
Yeah. So yeah, folks, check it out. Scream's fun. It's a good time of the year to settle in with hunker down with some horror comics.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I might have to pick up that collection since you said it's pretty readily available and probably not that expensive. You said it's probably under $20, right?
I think I got it for $22 on Amazon.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, well that was awesome. So you ready to crack some packs?
I'm ready.
All right. So again, when you were talking about malt liquor, it reminded me of. So Caleb and I, we had some shenanigans. Caleb's a little younger than us, but it was probably maybe it was in my mid to late 20s, and hung out a lot with him. And Caleb and his brother went to Home Depot and devised this system to where, through a series of tubes, not unlike the internet, you could shotgun a 40 of Pabst So you had, it was an upside down kind of thing, a little like harness that you'd have, and it would go here, and you'd have these different valves, and it was a whole
seen
thing.
them.
Yeah,
I've
it was
seen
a whole
something
thing
like that before.
and it was really amazing and really devastating. It's devastating to shotgun 40 ounces of something. It's painful.
Yeah, I've never been much of a shotgunner. I can't relax my throat enough to take all of it in. I can get most of a can down. I can.
Yeah.
But I can never get the end of it in, and it always ends up foam coming out of my mouth or something at the end. So
yeah, no, it's bad. Like keg stands, shotgunning. I mean, no one should really do it. But
I'm good at keg stands.
Yeah, you are good at keg stands. Wow, college graduate over here.
Yeah, my brother and I did keg stands at like a completely normal party, like with like adults and like boomers at it. And we were just like, fuck it, there's a keg here. Let's do a keg stand. Renee's like, oh my God. So we did keg stands.
So this is since you've been married. Like this is
you was born. Oh yeah,
you were real grown up. You were 30s, like 40. Yeah, you were in your 30s. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's way too late. But
I just
also
did it just
impressive.
to get a reaction out of people.
Yeah,
just to see oh.
There was a lot of monocles dropped
Wealthy
in champagne
dowagers.
glasses.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, Caleb helped record some music when on one of our early bands, and great guy.
Great guy.
Yeah. And I think we last saw him. He came to the Werewolf by Night screening.
That was last time.
Which was awesome. Yeah, I know. So awesome. We need to hang out. Caleb, we need to hang out. Okay, Mike Ploog, trading cards. All right, opening these up. I like how it says like win original Marvel art. So there's a chance to win some Marvel art. And I wonder if that's still going to be good because these packs,
unless it's expired now.
These packs were made in 1994.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah.
I think you said 2015.
No. These are old. Oh, okay. What the... All right.
By the way, that was when I was drinking that malt liquor we were talking about. That's 1994, and doing craft beer heists. That's exactly when that was.
Oh, this is cool shit. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little of each one of these. This says Rip Van Winkle.
That's cool.
Frightening equestrians or fighting equestrians. Sorry, I got to raise it up a little bit there.
Ooh,
cracked.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Are they all painted?
Yeah, they're all painted. I like this one. This is the Dinosaur Trials.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh shit, this one is awesome.
Does it indicate how many are in the set anywhere on the packaging?
Let's see here. Randomly inserted bonus cards, 10 cards per pack, 90 card series.
Okay.
Full color and UV coated cards, front and back. 1994, Mike Ploog.
10 in a pack, you said?
10 in a pack. This is the Deceiver.
Ooh.
That's my favorite so far. Orc Fire. So yeah, a lot of fantasy stuff. We're pretty deep into fantasy in these.
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still around.
I see him every once in a while, like at shows and stuff. I don't think he comes out here though.
No, he doesn't come out here, but he has a pretty big Facebook presence.
Yeah, I feel like he's mostly on the East Coast and like Midwest.
Yeah,
he doesn't come out this far.
The Lioness.
Ooh,
I know.
Sexy stuff.
We're getting into some sexy stuff. All right, this is first sighting.
So I take it there's no like IP.
I don't think
be Topaz. There's not.
I don't think so. Even though, there we go. Werewolf.
What does it say on the back? Just werewolf.
It says the werewolf. Beware the night where the powers of evil are exalted.
Since he used a definite article, the werewolf, I'm assuming that's our werewolf.
It is our werewolf. And the Laughing Cavalier.
Ooh, I love that.
That one's awesome too. Okay,
that might be my favorite one.
Yeah, Werewolf and Laughing Cavalier are my favorites so far. So, all right. One more. Okay, so we got a checklist here.
Oh,
so we got the checklist of all the different things you can have.
No taboo?
I'm looking right now. Werewolf versus Frankenstein. We got Dracula.
Shit, really? I hope he sees. Oh, I want to see his Dracula too.
Yeah, let's see. Well, you got a lot of Universal monsters. We got the Mummy. We got and a couple Frankenstein, Cyclops. Let's see. I'm just reading.
I've almost
here.
picked up some of his art books. Like just got coffee table books of his stuff.
No, Captain Hook and Peter Pan. Wow.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see that too. Okay, no, I'm not seeing any. No, I'm not seeing any. Anything that we know of. No Taboo, no Topaz. Okay. Ugh, Topaz would be great. So yeah, this is the Hill Hog.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this is all pretty sword and sorcery stuff. This is
I like his fantasy stuff.
Yeah. Orc games.
Wow.
Oh, this one's cool. This is The Cauldron.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
That's pretty dope.
And another Dinosaur Trials. I already got a repeat.
That's mine.
That one's yours. It's going to you. Oh, I like this one. This is very...
Change you to Cal Ripken Jr. for that one.
Yeah.
His bat says, fuck you.
I got that in the spokes of my bike, actually. So that's where it lives. I like this one, The Journey. That's very Weird cool. World, right?
Yeah, very weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked on Weird World,
Yeah,
right?
he did the art. Yeah. Okay. Boar King.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that one too. Oh, shit. Okay. Night Howl.
Oh, that's badass.
All right. That's pretty awesome. Okay. All right. We got
these are solid.
Yeah, these are really solid.
I was expecting some clunkers.
No, these are all really solid painted art. This is the Dinosaur Guide, which is a fucking gorilla fighting a dinosaur. So how badass is that? And last one, Lionhead.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Yeah, that was great.
That was a character I played a campaign with as I was a anthropomorphic lion.
Yeah,
African
very, very
lion.
Cool. Yeah, that was awesome. I know. I was kind of shocked they were that old too. I was just like 1994. Holy shit. That was
seen them.
I know, right? Caleb was just like, I found these. I thought it was crazy. So, yeah, 20 cards. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. But yeah, that was awesome. Thank you again, Caleb.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me see that, Caleb.
So yeah, I guess up next we have. I should have checked. I always forget to check, Matt.
Yeah.
It's something from Marvel Premiere, right? It's
I'm checking right now.
I'm trying to use the old Cabeza, but it's not.
What?
It's not coming
it says
in.
Wild Bunch.
Oh, it's right, from Hellrider. So we're doing the last story from Hellrider, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then after that, we have Marvel Premiere number 32. Oh, the Monarch Skystalker story.
The Chaykin, right? Yeah, Chaykin.
Yes. I believe yes, Chaykin, Glynis Wein. Yes.
Glynis Wein is the colorist on that?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think I think I just kind of grabbed that because I think I was just flipping through Marvel Premiere covers and just like, wow, a lot of these characters look kind of cool and the creators are awesome.
Yeah.
I think it was just one of those times when they just were contracting their lines and stuff like that. The early shooter days, right? It's like 82, I think, 81. Yep. So I think they were really strictly going by the tryout books. And like, if you they didn't want to just throw a 4-issue miniseries out or a new series. They wanted hard proof that it was going to sell. And so they tried out all this stuff and they just didn't give people enough runway on it, I think.
But hardly any of it got picked up for like a monthly book, right? It didn't seem like any of it did.
That's what I'm saying is like, you would have like Jack of Hearts and then it would be Black Panther and then it would be Monarch Skystalker and then it would be something else. It's like, guys, let these things develop a little bit. I mean,
coming a Caleb Hammer, for fuck's sake.
How many shows do you really, really love the first episode? I mean, even like The Wire and stuff like that, the first season's kind of like getting its legs and just becoming brilliant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant out of the gate, but it's like, you can tell it's still forming.
Well, I mean, biggest example of that I can think of recently, because I did a big watch, is first episode of Community.
Oh,
It's just a sitcom.
yeah.
It's just like, and you're just like, oh shit, this is nothing like what it would become.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, Caleb Hammer could have become something awesome. I think you were one of the people saying it was probably just good just to have that one story and just have it be what could have been, but
that's one. Normally I am that. I'm like, okay, but this is good. It's Frozen in Amber is a perfect thing. That's really great. But man, Caleb Hammer could have been so good.
Yeah, especially if it had been the same team going, right?
Yeah, no, it would have been.
That's what frustrates me is like when they sign somebody up to do 2 or 3 issues or 4 issues of something, and then that person's like, I'm done. I'm going to go do this other thing, and then a Friedrich comes in. It's just like, okay, so who's this guy? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do whatever I want. But who is he again? Oh, he was a preacher? Okay.
I was listening to the bonus episodes of Marvel by the Month. They did a Marooned by the Month, and they've been going through Skull and Slayer. Mm-hmm. But they went through, they go through all of it, and I think in 2 full episodes. And yeah, Skull the Slayer, if you remember, was like that. It was just like so cool and figured out, and then someone else would come on. Then at the end, like Bill Mantlo showed up, and it was so choppy. And like we were saying, when we covered Skull the Slayer, like, oh, this could have been really, really cool if it just would have stuck with what it was. But man, it just careened into nonsense by the end.
It's weird that people don't get that. Like, maybe they do and they just don't want to spend the coin. I can't remember who created Skull the Slayer. I feel like it was Marv Wolfman, but I might have made that
Wolfman.
Up. I know he has other stuff to do, and it was something he wrote in a notebook like 4 years before. You know what I mean? Before Roy told him, like, oh, hey, do that thing you were telling me about. But, like, they have to be smart enough to know, like, there's something here. Marv has a vision. Like, that prose, that gritty, just cynical stuff we were just gooning over. Like, you're not going to get that when you just bring in a jobber or somebody who's just kind of, like, sitting in the bullpen. Like, just like, hey, who needs a book to write? Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Puts down his solitaire deck. And
well, even with Skull the Slayer, it's like Bill Mantlo comes in at the end, and we love Bill Mantlo.
I do love Bill Mantlo.
He's great. We are lucky enough to love his coloring work as well, which I sure didn't know he was an awesome colorist. But yeah, I mean, that guy's great, and he came on. It was just like, oh shit, I kind of like the original Wolfman stuff, so I'm going to try and go back to that. But then, boop, book's done.
Yeah. Yep. You get filler issues, you get filler artists, you get the stuff, and it just feels like, I just feel like the model that is American. I feel like I have no evidence to support this. I feel like in Europe, they would say the book has to be late. The book has to be late. That's fine. Like the art, the finished product is the important thing here, not hitting the stands, hitting a deadline, hitting a margin, hitting a whatever. Like it's just a different approach to art. And, so being in that system, we get a lot of like near misses or almost was's and stuff like that. Just like, God, this could have been so cool if someone had just unclenched their purse strings asshole and just let it go. Just let the guy go, right? Makes me think of like all that behind the scene footage of Lynch on the Twin Peaks Return, where he's like, like, well, David, we have to move on, blah, blah. He's like, who cares how long a fucking scene is?
I love
like,
that.
Why the fuck does everybody care? Who gives a shit? Like, that's how I am. Like, God damn it, let me create. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
You trust me to create something. Let me make it. Stop breathing down my neck. Stop giving me all these artificial deadlines, whatever. So
especially with the return, I imagine that like right after that behind the scenes thing, he's just like, fuck it. Let's get that Renault guy in here. Let's sweep. We're going to sweep for all the green onions.
I don't know. That might have been him just pushing back at Showtime. Like,
I think it was.
You guys are fucking with me. You're not giving me room to get dreamy, as he called it. He's like, I don't have any time to get dreamy with these goddamn schedules. So I think he was probably just like, yeah, so we're going to watch you guys sweep. We're going to pay for the rights to green onions. You're going to watch you guys sweep for 3.5 minutes. Fuck you.
I love that scene.
So do I.
I love it.
The first time I saw it, I was like looking around like at nobody. Is
this for real?
Sure. Is this happening? And now
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my rant about American comics and industry over art.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's the Shadow Show.
We shadow showed the shit out of it.
We did.
Got one little sip left.
Yeah, me too. Third time's the charm. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. All we say is, Hail Satan!
Hail Satan. Here's to doing things thrice.
Yep. Thrice is nice.
That was the Shadow Show.